So there's my hiking partner for this morning. It's about 8:30 a.m. I got up with the sunrise. Today's Tuesday. Got up with the sunrise. And last night I camped on top of just a little knoll. The shelter, I didn't like the looks of that. I didn't like the looks of the stream down below. So I spent the night by myself on the hilltop with the wind. Boy, the wind blew. The wind is still blowing. It's supposed to be 63 degrees today with 20-mile-an-hour winds sustained. So I had a little bit of breakfast, a few snack bars. Once I get to a place with a little bit of wind block and a place to sit down, I'm going to sit down and actually have a bowl of granola. So until then, my hiking partner and I are just going to mosey on along. We'll see you at lunch. So I've crisscrossed back and forth over Skyline Drive about 3 times today. And here we go again. Watch for traffic. And I am truly amazed at the stone walls that they hauled all this rock off of the hillsides and built these stone walls along Skyline Drive. So kind of a blind corner right there. All right, nothing coming that way, nothing coming this way. We'll scoot across. And success. We made it across unharmed. So we're going to stop for a little lunch at Black Rock Hut and Spring. Huts or shelters once you're in Shenandoah National Park. It's pretty nice. Got a nice picnic table so I can set up. Pretty nice affair. And I believe the spring is down there. We'll check that out. So this is where Black Rock Hut got its name. About half a mile up the trail, gained 600 feet, and this is Black Rock. Breezy here today. There's the marker. want to stand on the top, you got to do some scrambling. We'll forego that. So, northward we go. That is one tame deer. Welcome to Loft Mountain Campground. Not open. All kinds of sites available. I guess I could pick just about any one that I want. So, I haven't checked out the bathroom yet. Whoop. I think this site's taken. Yeah, there's already 3 of them here. I'll have to go find another site. Well, let's go check the water here. Make sure it works. See if it's turned on or not. Yes, there's water. Yay! We're gonna fill our water bottles right here. Get this nice. I am just about dry. So that's next. So I found a nice site at Loft Mountain Campground. Campground is closed, so I'm the only person here. And the wind is really blowing. It's blowing so hard that I needed to hook down the tent stakes with the firewood that I found to keep it all from blowing away. So we'll see how we make out tonight. It was pretty windy last night, but it's even windier tonight, it feels. So hopefully it'll die down, and I won't suffer any irreparable damage. It's pulling pretty hard. So I'm going to pack my stuff in and cook a little dinner and call it a night. Tonight marks 2 weeks. 14 days on the trail if I count the Wednesday that I started and did 5 miles. So I'll check in tomorrow and let you know how we did in 2 weeks. So this is Loft Mountain Wayside. It's just before 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be their first customer if they're even open. I'd like to grab a couple of things. Thought I saw somebody go in, so we'll check on it in a second. Morning. So this should be the sign to High Top Hut. There it is right there. High Top Hut, spring 1/10 of a mile. Appalachian Trail North, High Top Hut. It is Wednesday, April 19th, and I have been on the trail for exactly 2 weeks. I left Daleville about 4:30 in the afternoon and hiked up to Full Heart Knob Shelter that evening. And it's 4:30 right now, 2 weeks later. So we're going to have to do a little recap of where we've been and what we've done after we get to the shelter. And here's another signpost. So this one is telling us that the hut is up there. And I can see it through the trees. Hut and shelter, same thing. In Shenandoah National Park, they call them huts. Every place else, they're called shelters. And yet another signpost. This one I can read from here. It says spring on it. So the water is down that path right down there. And there are some guests at the hut. And here's the hut, High Top Hut. "400 feet to the spring." And the hut itself. High Top Hut, operated by Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. Really nice fire pit. There's the bear box over there, where you put your food overnight. Or option B is the bear pole, which is right there. You can hang your bag on the pole, and in the background you can see my campsite for the night. I'm going to get a good sunset. That is west. The east is a little obscured by the trees and hilltops, so no big sunset tomorrow. So here's my tent for the night. I should say, here's my hammock for the night. All set and ready, just the food bag needs to be put away, and everything else is ready to go. And it looks like I may be the only one here again. I think I've spent most of the nights here on the trail by myself, except for the first 4 or 5 nights. And like I said, I am 14 days on the trail. I started here. 14. Get rid of a pair. 14 days on the trail. I started at mile 730, and I am at mile, where are we here? 900. 906. 906. So 166 miles in 14 hiking days. So I'm not going to do the calculator, but it's a pretty good start. The managing food is going to be the biggest challenge so far. When to go into town, what to buy, how to spend enough time in town to get to a restaurant. But we'll sort that out. I've got another day of hiking. I've either got to get into Elkton, Virginia, or Luray, Virginia. And I'll make that decision in the morning. Tomorrow will be Thursday, Friday, and the forecast is calling for showers on Saturday, so I might try to time it so that if I can get through to Luray in the next day and a half, I might take a day off and just sit around and eat. So I'm not hungry, but I feel a little undernourished. So, all right, well, we'll keep an eye out for a pretty sunset tonight. See y'all later. So this is the Swift Run Gap entrance station to Skyline Drive. And I hiked down from the shelter just about 4 miles this morning. Gonna get a ride into Elkton, have some meals, stay at the Small Axe Hostel, where they've got a private room in the barn. So looking forward to that. So we had our lunch in Elkton, Virginia at C&S Diner. There was a breakfast crowd here when we first got here, but they all disappeared except for this one gent. Meat lover's omelet for me. C&S Diner. That's Regroup right there. We happened to hitch a ride together. Regroup, say hi. Hey! So now we're going to walk back up to the Outfitters, where we left our bags. We take a shower and do some laundry. And then we'll go eat again. That's the plan. Elkton, Virginia. Here's the bank. We're going to drive through the ATM. Looks like there's somebody in front of me. Oh, just another hiker. So more of Elkton's main street. This is the Appalachian Trail Outfitters of Elkton, Virginia. Welcome to Thru Hikers. It's a cute little shop. Back here behind the curtain is the Hiker's Lounge. It's a little dim right now. Somewhere in here is probably a light switch right there. So here is the Hiker's Lounge. you're lounging. There's the laundry. The washing machine is not functioning, but there's a sink. We'll do a little laundry in the sink. And out here is the hiker's private bath. Everything you need. We'll take advantage of all this good stuff today. So we're staying at the Small Axe Farm Hostel tonight. And that was in the pages of recommended hostels. Ended up here because the young guy I met, Regroup, was headed this way. And they also picked up 2 German hikers. And so all 4 of us got a ride from town out here. It's about 4 miles from Elkton. And you ready for this? Here we go. So, Small Axe Farm Hostel is that barn right there. And when I was on the phone, I asked her, the woman that runs it, and apparently she is a master chef. Everybody raves about her cooking. And I jokingly said, "Are we sleeping with the animals?" And she unjokingly said, "Yes." So we see goats, we see pigs. I haven't seen any horses or cows yet, but I'll bet they're here somewhere. There's a pen over there, but I don't see what's in there either. So here's our friends from Germany. I don't even know their names.
Hey, Showtime.
Showtime
Squirrel.
and Squirrel. So
Nice to meet
What's
you.
your name?
I'm Looper. And
Looper.
yes. So we're all just amazed at this hostel, to be honest. This has got to be unique. So there's a little sitting area here. The barn boards don't meet. It looks like the roof is solid though. And a little table, some air conditioning, a nice hangout spot. So, and there's Regroup there. He's just in awe also.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's one private room here. I'm not sure. I booked a private room. That means a curtain. There's some cots, reading material. So not exactly sure what's under the floor.
It's a pig.
So, oh, there's the pig.
I think we're disturbing him. Or he's thirsty.
So,
Hello. Oh, I know you. Never mind. You look like someone different for a second.
and over here, it's the bathroom with the composting toilet and direction. Used toilet paper goes in there. They provide it. A do-it-yourself urinal. I know somebody, KWM, who would be beside herself with this place. I think we should come back here. So we're going to make ourselves at home and just enjoy. Nice breeze. It's actually not bad at all. So there's something making noise under the floor in the barn. Let's see what we've got. looks like a little litter of doodles.
This breed is called Katahdin.
Katahdin.
It's almost like we were meant to have hikers here.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're a hair sheep, so they shed like dogs. We never have to shear them. We don't get wool from them.
Okay.
They're a neat breed, unfortunately.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think if they can live a life like that, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I struggle with it a lot.
Yeah.
But I know how well we treat them, and people will always eat meat. And so it's like if everybody did it this way,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and our customers get a really good product at a really good price, and they have a really good.
So it's Friday, April 21st, and I'm having late breakfast, early lunch at Lewis Mountain Campground. Stayed last night at the barn, and Kelly at the barn fixed us up some breakfast, of which part of the breakfast was 4 hard-boiled eggs. So I'm finishing the 4th of my hard-boiled eggs. And so there's a campground all behind me. You can see there are people set up, and the trail is just right up there, 100 feet. So it's very convenient. And there's water right there, piped up through that rock. So really, there's everything you could hope for right here for a little 15-minute break. And that way I won't have to scoot into the hut that's up the trail about 1.25 miles to just to get water. So it's another beautiful day, mid-70s, and dry still. So no complaints. There, I think, is a bobcat sitting in the trail. So this is a spring alongside the trail, really flowing good. And I don't know what, this is up from the spring uphill, and I don't know what is going on behind this door. But it sure sounds pretty interesting in there. It looks like there's another one over there. So I'd say this whole hillside was covered with springs. There's pipes in the ground, and there's water running all over the place. Rocky outcrop. Pretty neat stuff.